Hello and welcome to another Escape the Backrooms guide video. In this video, I'll be teaching you how to survive each entity found within the game. All the information in this video can be reviewed by visiting the Escape the Backrooms wiki. Let's begin. The first entity we will talk about is the Howler, aka the Bacteria. He is found on level 0, level 0.11, and the level 3 layer of level 55.1. For level 0, after you spend 3 minutes on this level, the Howler will spawn. Whenever it is near the player, it will mimic a knocking sound to attempt to lure the player in. Once it spots you, it will continuously chase you down until it loses sight of you for some time. For level 0.11, the Howler will roam the area, particularly around the lever area. If it spots you, it'll immediately chase you down at a slightly faster speed than on the other levels. If you want to survive, hide in a vent or a room and it won't be able to get to you. Eventually, it'll give up and return to aimless roaming. For level 55.1, it roams around the level 3.0 layer in a similar array to level 0.11. However, its speed on this level is slightly slower than on level 0. You can simply hide in the locker or go up the elevator if it spots you. Next, we have the Skinstealers. They are found in level 1, level 5, level 8, level 0.1, and the level 0.11 layer of level 55.1. The Skinstealer will either be in human form or monster form. When in human form, the Skinstealer looks like he's wearing a hazmat suit from a former wanderer. At first glance, it is nearly impossible to spot the difference between a player and a disguised Skinstealer. Once a Skinstealer spots a player, it'll start chasing them down, and if they were disguised, once they're close enough to a player, their human form will disappear, revealing their true form. Skinstealers are slightly slower than the player on most levels, except for level 8, where they move at a significantly faster speed and will catch up easily to the player they're chasing. Skinstealers cannot open doors, so make sure you use that to your advantage. Skinstealers cannot harm you if you're hiding under a bed or in a closet in level 5. Even if it saw you hide. In level 8, they have flashlights to help you spot them from around corners and from a distance. In the 0.11 layer of level 55.1, you can hide in lockers and they will not be able to kill you. Next, we have the Smilers. They are found in level 1, level 2, level Run, level 0.1, level Hotel Run, and the level 0.11 layer of level 55.1. In the garage level of level 1, every now and again the lights will flicker, and then shortly later turn completely off. When the lights are off, Smilers will spawn everywhere. You'll need to make it to each individual hallway section with lights on to be safe. If you're in the dark when they spawn, they will chase you down and kill you. For level 2, once you're a good bit down the hallway, a Smiler with a spider-like body will spawn and start chasing you down. You can only run to the end of the level to escape it. Once you enter the hallway of level Run, a giant Smiler will spawn and start chasing you behind 6 partygoers. The only way to outrun it is simply to make it to the end of the level. In level 0.1, Smilers will be roaming around everywhere, and if they're underneath the light will shatter. You must shine your flashlight at them and they will disappear. If you go down the wrong hallway in level Run Plus, a Smiler will come out of the darkness and get you. In level 55.1, Smilers will be roaming around everywhere. You must shine a flashlight at them and they will disappear. Next, we have the Hounds. They appear on level 3 and level 5. Hounds will walk around randomly, and if a Hound spots you, it will start chasing you down. Hounds are faster than the player. In order to get rid of it, you need to shine a flashlight in its eyes. This will blind them for a few seconds. Then they'll start chasing you again. You need to blind them 3 different times in order to get them to run away and start roaming again. Hounds cannot open doors, so you can easily hide behind them to escape them. After shining certain Hounds 3 different times, they'll disappear. In Easy and Normal, you can shine a Hound multiple times with just over a second between shines. In Hard and Nightmare, Hounds can only be stunned once. This will reset once they stop chasing you. Next, we have the Male Death Moths. They are located on level 5 and level 9. Male Death Moths fly around in one place in groups scattered around level 5 and parts of level 9. If you find them, you can spray them with bug spray to kill them, and they'll drop moth jelly. The counterpart to the Male Death Moth is the Female Death Moth. They are found on level 5 and level 8. Female Death Moths sit on the wall. If you get near one, it'll get off the wall and start chasing you down. If it catches you and you're near a hive, it'll drag you to the hive before killing you. But if it catches you and there's no hive nearby, it'll just kill you outright. In order to get past them, you have to crouch by one. If you're being chased on level 5, you can also use the bug spray valves to stop them from chasing you. You can use a thermometer to help you know where these female death moths are. If the temperature is 125 degrees Fahrenheit or 51.5 degrees Celsius, it means the female death moth is nearby. If the temperature is 140 degrees Fahrenheit or 60 degrees Celsius, it means the hive is very close to you, and you should leave immediately. If you're in a hive, the temperature will reach its highest at 788 degrees Fahrenheit and 420 degrees Celsius. Next, we have the Party Goers. The Party Goers are found on level Fun, level Run, level Fun Plus, and level 52. For level Fun, they'll start standing still looking in certain directions. If you get too close to one, or one of the Party Goers spots you, all the nearest Party Goers will turn and chase you down. At this point, your only hope is to either hide underneath the table or run all the way to the exit without getting caught. After you hide, all the Party Goers will return to their original spots. You can also get their attention by popping a balloon on the tables. In level Run, there is a pack of 6 Party Goers that will be in front of the giant Smiler. They simply chase you down to the end of the level. When the player runs through the side hall, only one Party Goer will follow you down the hall. Once you exit the hall, the rest of the group will respawn behind you. In the party sector of level Fun Plus, there are 3 Party Goers that walk around the area. If one spots you, it'll start chasing you. Simply hide underneath the table to avoid it. In the dark area of the arcade sector, there will be 1 Party Goer, and he won't be able to spot you unless you get too close. In the Funhouse sector of level Fun Plus, in every room there will be steel doors. If the party host in the room spots you, or just after some time, all the Party Goers will leave the room and start chasing the player down. Simply hide underneath the table and they will retreat back into the room. In level 52, you must follow a Party Pooper, and if he crouches, you need to crouch too because that means a Party Goer is nearby. If you stay crouched, the Party Goers won't see you and won't move. However, if you stand, they will see you and chase you down and try to kill you and the Party Pooper. If you manage to get away, they'll still kill the Party Pooper and you are on your own. The next entity is the Hydrolithon Plague. It is found on level 37 and level 37.2. If you find the plague in the water, upon entering it, you'll slowly pass out, and soon enough, you'll completely die. The best way to avoid it is to simply use the boat and avoid the water. Next, we have the Scratcher. The Scratcher is found on level The Inn. The Scratcher will roam around the inn randomly. It doesn't have eyes, so it's unable to see you. But if you make noise around it, it'll figure out where you are, become faster than you, and chase you down. The only thing you can do at that point is run and hide under a table. After a few seconds of being underneath the table, it'll go away. You can also use a fire alarm to distract it. There are 2 fire alarms in the level. Once you turn one on, the Scratcher will go to it and turn it off. And you can only use each fire alarm once. Once you collect all the tapes and put them into the computer, the Scratcher will ignore you, and after the few seconds, it'll disappear and the orb will spawn. Next, we have the animations. The animations are found on level 94. Once the sun starts going down, the animations will spawn. If you're out in the open during the night, the animations will start chasing you down. They travel in groups and are faster than the player, so escaping them is nearly impossible. In order to avoid them, you have to hide in a house. A house isn't completely safe from the animations because they can break into the house. To keep them from breaking in, you need to turn off the lights and or hide underneath the bed or the closet. If they figure out you're in a house, they will come knock on the door. At that point, you only have a few seconds to hide to avoid them from breaking the door down and killing you. Once warning comes, all animations will disappear. Next, we have the Animated King. He is also found on level 94. When you first find it in the castle, it'll be standing on a podium and won't move. Once you look away for a couple of seconds, it'll laugh and disappear. A few seconds later, the lights will turn off and the Animated King will start to chase you. It'll attempt to sneak behind you when you aren't looking at it to attack you. It is faster than you, so if it reaches you, it will crush you with its hammer. Once you spot it sneaking up behind you, it'll disappear, wait a few seconds, and then start attacking again. The next entity is the WRetch. They are found on level 6, level 9, and the Abandoned Outpost. When exploring the flashlight area in level 6, shortly in you'll see a WRetch walking through the hallway. This WRetch cannot attack you, and it is possible to see it reach the end of the hallway in which it will disappear. Once you reach the maze, there'll be a WRetch roaming around. Luckily, the LiDAR scanners have a built-in feature that tracks the WRetch. Pick up the LiDAR scanner and you'll see it on the screen. If there's a red dot, that is the WRetch. The dot will get closer to the center, and as it gets closer, the noise will get louder. As the WRetch gets closer, you'll be able to hear its breathing. In order to avoid it finding you, simply hide on the side of the mazes, and it won't be able to find you. Due to the darkness of level 6, the WRetch cannot see you. In level 9, WRetches live in 6 different houses, and they hold crowbars. If one sees you, it'll start to chase you. They do not breathe in level 9, meaning you'll have to listen for their footsteps in order to find one. If one does find you, you need to either leave the house or get into a room and lock the door behind you. If the door is locked, they will not be able to get in. In the Abandoned Outpost, there is a WRetch roaming around. It has an administrator card and a crowbar. You will need to collect the card from this WRetch in order to escape the level. Unlike the other WRetches on the level, this one does breathe, so you'll be able to hear it from pretty far away. There are lockers scattered throughout the outpost, and if a WRetch spots you, you can hide in a locker and it'll go away. You can also hide in vents, since it's unable to enter the vent. The next entity is the Thing on level 7. It is found on, well, level 7, duh. The Thing on level 7 will appear as the shark cage is going down into the water on level 7. It'll then break the cage and swim away, never to be seen again. The next entity is the Neighborhood Watch, found on level 9. The Neighborhood Watch is always patrolling the streets in a certain path. If it spots you, it'll become faster than you and chase you down. If you want to escape it, you need to hide inside a house and wait for it to leave. The next entity are the Faelinks. They can be found on level 10, and they come in two forms, the Stalker and the Farmer. At the start of level 10, when you're walking down the road, a Stalker Faelink will try to sneak up behind you and grab you. In order to make it go away, you just simply need to stare at it, and it'll hide back into the wheat field. This Faelink continues to stalk you up until you arrive at the barn. It also doesn't make any sound, so you'll need to keep a good watch out for it. If it does manage to get you, it'll kidnap you and take you into the weeds where it will kill you. As you're turning the windmills on in level 10, a Farmer Faelink with a chainsaw will be after you. Once it finds you, it'll turn its chainsaw and start chasing you down. You'll need to run far away from it in order for it to stop chasing you. The next entity is the Bone Thief, found on level 0.2. This entity will only attack you if you walk in front of its hole. If you do walk in front of it, it will trigger the Bone Thief and you'll be unable to escape. The only way to survive it is to use the lever and close the gates and then run across. The next entity is the Clump. They are found on level Hotel Run and level 37.2. In level Hotel Run, the Clump will chase you. You only need to make it to the end of the level to escape it. In level 37.2, the Clump will be roaming around the area. If it spots you, it'll start to chase you. You'll need to find deep water you can swim in. Jump inside of it and it'll de-aggro and walk away. The next entity is the Arenia Membrane. It can only be found on level 188. This entity is found on the hotel floor in level 188. If it spots you, it'll start to chase you down and it is faster than you, meaning the only way to hide from it is to enter a hotel room or enter one of the rooms in the corners of the hotel. It can also come out of vents on the ceiling when you approach them. This will cause it to immediately start chasing you once it gets out of the vent. The next entity are the windows. They are found on level 188. When entering certain hotel rooms, the curtain will open and the entity will pop up. It'll occasionally knock on the window to get your attention. If you get too close to it, it'll break the window and kill you. The next entity is the Party Host. They are found on level Fun Plus. Party Hosts can be found throughout the Funhouse sector, and once they spot you, they'll cause party goers to leave their rooms and hunt you down. You'll need to use the fireworks to kill the Party Hosts. The final entry is the Party Pooper. He is found on level 52. When you go up to the Party Pooper, he will start moving. You must follow him to get to the exit. At times, the Party Pooper will crouch. When he does this, you must crouch as well because that means there is a party goer nearby. If you fail to crouch when the Party Pooper crouches, you will alert all the party goers in the area and they'll kill you as well as the Party Pooper. You can somehow survive, but if you do this, the Party Pooper won't survive, making escaping this level a lot more difficult. Congratulations, you now know more about each entity in Escape the Backrooms and how to survive them. Be sure to subscribe and be on the lookout for more guides, and I'll see you in the next one.